Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to Kat's Tiny Kitchen. Tonight we're going to try some shrimp and fish Creole over rice for Mike to see if his taste buds will like it. So the first thing we've got going on here is I got a pound of whitefish, which is pollock, and a pound of shrimp. It called for catfish, but I don't have it, so we're going to go with what we got. Then I got 2 cups of stock here. Then I've got another 3/4 cups of stock. I've got, excuse me, 1 cup of rice. I've got about 3/4 of a cup of celery, 3/4 of a cup of onion. I've got about a 1/2 cup of bell peppers. These, I know they look kind of funky. They were frozen. They were from my garden last year. So we're going to use those. And then we've got a couple of tablespoons of olive oil. I've got 7 ounces of tomato paste. I've got 2 tablespoons and 1 tablespoon of Creole seasoning. This is homemade. Maybe I'll show you someday when I make it. Then I've got 2 tablespoons of garlic. If you're using fresh, you use 1 tablespoon or 1 clove. I've got 2 pint jars of my diced tomatoes that I'm going to put in it. If you're buying from the store, you want 2 14-ounce cans. And my last but not least is 1 teaspoon of red chili flakes. So if you'll give me a minute, we'll get everything set up and we will start cooking. So the first thing we're going to do here is we're going to season the fish and the shrimp, and we're going to set it aside while we're cooking. So I've got my 2 tablespoons of Creole seasoning, and yes, I'm going to use my hands. This is cooking for the family, so I'm not worried about sharing germs with anybody in the world. So we're just going to get these all nice and seasoned and coated. Then we're going to go ahead and set them aside. So that's that part of it. The next part, I'm going to move the camera over. Move some stuff out of the way here. We'll move the camera over here. And we're going to get our rice going. So I'm going to turn my burner on high. I'm going to add my 2 cups of chicken stock. We're going to put a lid on this and we're going to bring it to a boil. And then once it boils, I'm going to add my rice. So give me a minute, guys. We'll be back. Now my 2 cups of chicken stock is boiling. So now I'm going to add my 1 cup of rice. I'm going to take my fork and stir it around. Now, if you don't want the chicken stock, you don't have to do it. You can just use regular water. But I'm going to bring this back to a boil. Then I'm going to shut it down to the lowest setting and I'm going to cook it for 20 minutes. So, we're going to get our pan hot, which I got it started. And we're going to saute our Holy Trinity minus the bell peppers. My bell peppers were frozen previously, so they're soft, so I don't need them to go in right away. But we're going to start off with our olive oil. Get that heated up. Not going to hear a sizzle, it's getting hot. So then I'm going to add my onions and my celery. And I'm going to get that going first. And once that's all ready and clarified, I'll be back for the next step. We've got our onions clarified and our celery's a little tender. So now I'm going to add my 2 tablespoons of garlic or garlic. And I'm going to add my bell peppers because I want to warm them through. Get them stirred up. Then we're going to add our 7 ounces of tomato paste. Get that stirred in really good. You want to get this broken apart. I think we're almost combined enough. So now we're going to add our 3/4 of a cup of chicken stock. Stir that in a little bit more. We're going to add the remaining tablespoon of Creole seasoning, our red chili peppers, and now we're going to add our 2 pints of diced tomatoes. This is a very tomato heavy dish, which isn't breaking my heart. And when you do if you buy the canned tomatoes, you do not need to drain it. You just use the whole thing. That tomato paste is going to thicken all of this up. So now that I've got this all mixed together, we're going to bring it to a boil. Ooh, missed me a little pepper there. There we go. We're going to bring it to a boil, and then I'm going to turn it down and let it cook on a medium-low heat for about 30 minutes. And we'll be back in a moment. So it's been 20 minutes and the rice is almost done. It's not quite done. So I'm going to leave it on for a little bit longer, but it'll be ready when we get our next step done. So hang in there, guys. We're getting ready to start the rest of the recipe. I'm back. The rice is done. This has been cooking actually for about an hour. I let it go for about an hour so it get good and thick. So now we're going to add our fish and our seafood. And that is a pound of each. And it's only going to take maybe 10 minutes at the most. So we're going to get this nice and stirred in. And we are going to let this cook for about another 10 minutes. And we'll be back. So I've added the fish and shrimp and it's set for about 10 minutes. And this is ready to go. And I cannot wait to dig in. So all we have left to do is plate it up, take a picture, and dig in. So I'm so glad you all came to visit me today. And I hope this is something that you'll try. We will see you on the next one. And God bless you all. Good night.